Okay, so let's see. He says he can also give an example of how to run this. So he says set the seed like this, and what that does is if you set the seed on your computer and run the same thing, you should get the same results that he's going to get here. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of, oh, I'm sorry. If you set the seed, it has to do with this function, sorry. So this function, remember, what does this do? We've seen this. This is a random selection from the normal distribution. And we're taking 500 elements, or a sample of size 500, or just 500 elements. So, and then we're assigning that to x. So x has 500 elements in it. Now, when you do that, you want to set the seed so that you're going to get the same random set that he has. If you want to try the results and get exactly what he gets. After execute, now we execute the statement. Now, in this case, we haven't specified the this parameter or this parameter, which means what? They have the default of false and true. So we are going to print, and I thought print was default. Sorry, no, false. Print is by default false. Okay, so we're going. So that's the. So you can try that, and when you try that, well, let's do it. So here we set the seed. We got the 500 elements into x, and we run it, and we get that. And then we can check it, and we only get the list. We didn't get the print because print is set to false by default. Okay, so we have center equals this and spread equals that. And if you think about it, we're taking 500 elements from a normal distribution, and the normal distribution is centered usually typically at 0. So we would expect that the center of all these numbers should be close to 0, and it is close to 0. And the spread should be close to 1, and it is close to 1 because the spread of the standard normal distribution is 1, and so it's 1. Okay. Now, what does this give you? Well, since y is a list, we can reference the components like this. So we could do that, of course, right? And of course we could do this also. Now he says if you execute it this way, then what are you going to get? Then you're going to get the printout is true, but the parametric is false. So we're going to get a median instead of a mean, and we're going to get a MAD, whatever, instead of the other, and it's going to print it out like this. Okay, as well as it's also going to give you the whole list output as well. Okay, now he gives us another example, and he's using the switch keyword, which I ignored. So since he's using it here, I'm going to go back and review that first, and then we will check this example, because I want to look at all the examples of user-written functions, because that's an important topic. So let me stop this video, and then come back to here doing the switch, and then we'll come back and do his next function.